One, he believes in himself. Two, he's a skilled player with a great feel for the game, and you see his leadership ability on the court. You just feel it. When he's off the court, you know we're not the same. And I said he's learning to lead off the court now, doing great stuff. Even a play where it was a pick and roll and he switched and stole it. Come on. You got to have a feel for the game and feel for what's about to happen. He's kind of like a baseball player that watches the ball and he can see the seams. The game's happening slower for him. We have a couple other guys that their minds are racing. And when your mind races, you're always behind the action. You can't react.
Well, God was good to him, God, the gene pool was good. They didn't give him height, but they gave him probably a heart that's 5 times bigger than most people. And he has great balance. Even though he's short, he's got long arms. And he's got poise, and he's just a heck of a player. And it doesn't look like he gets tired. He's in complete control of his team. It really, I know, competing against him, I admired his presence throughout the game and his face throughout the game. It was the face of a winner and a really good leader.
I mean, this is not a vintage super Kentucky team. Let's not make, something bigger than what it is. They're a good basketball team, but this is not a great team.
Ulis. Boy, he's got power steer. Ulis and Murray running the show.
Well, Ulis and Murray showing that they're one of the premier backcourts in America. I think of great backcourts. I think certainly of Kansas backcourt, Oklahoma's.
I look to you for those answers.
And the answer is Schenectady, New York. How about that?
Who?
Schenectady.
Wow.
You know Schenectady.
I can honestly say I've never heard of that hometown. Ulis on a runner. He's just inventing
shade all season long, and in this atmosphere, with this big time of game, that portends some great things in the future for that young man, because he's got a lot of ability.
3 for 3, 6 points. Ulis gets the bounce. Ulis now with a double figures. Brad. That jumper wide left.
And one that he can make, but a little bit too early in the offense.
Ulis again. What a game he's having. He's got a double. Actually, Poitras with the last 7 for UK. The 3, the slam, and then the jumper. And now a Kansas turnover.
A smart decision by Tyler Ulis. It looked like he might let it go out of bounds. When he saw he could pick it up, he picked it up.
Ulis stops on a dime and is fouled by Vic.
Derek Willis was right there to try to block that shot. What an amazing play by Devontae Graham.
And you'll be seeing that one later on tonight. That's a gimme for SportsCenter. Mason on Ulis. Mason trying to keep his hands off and doesn't want to pick up a cheap foul. Ulis another jumper.
Well, you had better stay up.
Worked in the athletic department. Ellen was at this game. She traveled, and it was a walk down memory lane for both of them.
Well, then after John Calipari left, he had 1 year here as a volunteer assistant, Jade, and 2 years in as assistant coach. When he moved on, Bill Self came in and became an assistant the next year.
Actually, John Calipari was hired by...
Ulis again. He's got 21.
And Tyler Ulis has played every single minute. Do they have enough gas left in the tank to pull this off?
And still no Briscoe. Hawkins in the game. Ulis. What a play.
minute to go in the half.
Ulis, great drive for the little guy. I mean, when Kentucky ran on the floor tonight, you heard a lot of applause, and then all of a sudden brought the booze out from the Tennessee faithful. Big Blue Nation chant was just going on coming out of that timeout. Tyler
Should have kept the ball at the other end and gone to the rim. Sucked that defense in. This is their little weave. Turn the corner. And then ball screen at the end. Lee.
Ulis, second in the SEC assists. That time, call is his. This team's been up as much as they have been today so far.
Well, you mentioned the slippage in those leads, too. You get concerned on that sideline.
See Labissiere struggling again. No points. And 3 personals after that last sequence. 13-point game with 2:16 to play before the intermission.
And Briscoe real quiet. They lay off him. He's a great driver.
Ulis zigzagging.
completely opens up the driving lanes for guys like Isaiah Briscoe. Third best player right now on this roster is Derek Willis.
Kentucky's turned it over 3 times in the last 3 minutes, and they have yet to score next game. And the building coming alive in Columbia. Shot clock at 4 to Ulis. Deep 3. Tyler Ulis! Jamal Murray. You wonder if they had a little bit of depth in the backcourt where Ulis and Murray could get more breathers, how much better this team could be if they opened it up a little bit.
You know, I think Hawkins' injuries really hurt them in terms of building that depth. Of course, he broke his hand in the preseason and then sprained his ankle and missed some considerable time. He's not a superstar player, but we saw in that Louisville game the impact he can have. And I agree with you, Tom. I think if he plays more minutes, they can be even better. And these guards are just the team that came into this game 21-3. Physical, attacking on the glass.
And they'd shot better than 50% over the previous 2 games. Better than 48% from 3. Single digits on the shot clock again. Back to Ulis. 3, 2. Deficit 30 with 6.5 to go. And they'll get Dwayne notice for a hand check. It'll be his second in the last matchup. He has just 7 here today. Ulis for 3. Of course he did.